What up? I go by the name of Billie Slum, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard. You dig?
I swear sometimes my mind drift. Gotta be supernatural, you make it from down here. Hey,
all right, so we got Billie Slum off the porch with us today.
For sure. Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you coming by, man. Been a long time coming, man.
Indeed, definitely been a long time coming, man, for sure. Yep.
Yeah, so what's life like in Macon these days, man?
These days, that's like a double-headed question, man, because the city is growing and it's real vibrant on one side, and they're expanding. A lot of businesses coming to the Middle Georgia area, but on the flip side, you got a lot of the crime still spiking and the homicides and things of that nature. So it's a double-edged sword, kind of, sort of. Yeah.
Has it changed much over the years since when you were first coming up?
Yeah. Like I said, as far as the industry and the growth and a lot of people seeing value in the city, it's beginning to expand, and the economy is beginning to thrive a little bit. But again, the youngsters coming up, and there's still a lot of the chaos going on as well. So yeah.
How would you describe your childhood growing up in Macon?
Macon, man, the typical rapper answer would be, man, that shit was hard, man. But nah, man, Macon was a beautiful place for me growing up, even though, I was in an impoverished area, man. That was some of the best times I can remember, brother. Just the street parties, the house parties, all of that, man. Beautiful girls, the cars, the donk culture, the box Chevy culture, all of that, man. So it was a beautiful time for me personally. Of course, there was the bullshit that we all get into as youngsters. But for the most part, it was a beautiful experience for me.
Yeah. You got any siblings?
One sibling, one sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
She older than you or younger?
Younger
Okay.
sister, man. Yeah.
So did you take on that role as like kind of being a role model for her, or?
Yes and no, man, because again, I was a little, I was sneaky with mine, but I was definitely active as far as like just getting into, certain things. But I definitely encouraged her to focus more on her books, and she got to see that come full circle with me, because, I kind of strayed off the path, and then I came back, years later and got it right and got college educated, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where'd you go to school at?
Central Georgia Tech, man. And right now I'm currently in school in Southern New Hampshire, man. So I'm still pursuing my education, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up, man.
Yep.
What did you get your degree in, and what degree are you working on now?
Right now, my first degree was in accounting. Right now I'm working on my business administration. So. Okay. Yeah. So I'm a couple credits away from finishing that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, account.
Yeah, man.
That's important, man.
Yeah, it's important to understand money. If you want to make money, you got to understand money and how currency works. So definitely, yeah.
What got you into that?
Actually, it was my uncle. My uncle was an accountant. He's moved on to bigger and better things now, but he started out as an accountant, and when he was kind of looking at some of the things that I was into and kind of encouraging me to change my life, and I felt like, okay, maybe if I did this, maybe he'll hook me up with one of those good jobs. It didn't quite pan out that way, and I still kind of ended up doing, certain things here and there, but that's initially what got me into it, and I ended up loving it. So.
Okay, that's what's up, man. What's been one of the biggest obstacles you had to overcome?
With me personally, I guess the style of music that I make, if you're talking about music-wise, the style of music that I make is not, it's not really the most popular as far as in the southern region. So it's been kind of hard to break out with the type of music that I make and finding the right lane, so to speak. Everything is very club driven and club heavy, and you got to have a club banger to really break out in my region. And on top of that, there's really no outlets in my city. Yeah. Atlanta's kind of like got this on lock. So being from the outside, you got to kind of make your own way. And that's really been one of the biggest obstacles for me as far as like just being consistent and trying to continue to expand my fan base and reach new ears. That's basically it.
Yeah. What had inspired you to start making music at first?
I come from I attribute it to my grandmother, man. She used to run in the South, we call it the bootleg, but it's basically like a liquor house.
Okay.
And, you know, we lived in the projects in Bird City. And she used to help run a bootleg house. And I just remember my mom would be at work, and that's where I spent most of my days. And records playing, you know, from the Otis Reddings to the slipping my mind, all the oldies, the Earth, Wind and Fire, the Stevie Wonders, even Reverend James Cleveland and the Georgia Mass Choir. I just remember all those sounds just constantly playing. And I just remember being a small child, just emulating those sounds, man. And it's always been in me. So a lot of cats say, you know, I never want to be a rapper. I was a street guy I decided to be a rapper. It was the opposite for me. I always been kind of artistic or creative, and I just happened to be in those areas, you know. So it's always kind of been in me, man. My grandmother started me singing in the children's choir, so I started off singing, drawing, and then eventually kind of morphed into the rap thing. So
okay,
yeah.
Were there any rappers you looked up to that kind of influenced you?
Definitely, man. Nas is my favorite rapper. I know that's ironic for me being from like the middle of the bottom, but Nas is my favorite rapper. When I was little, my big homies, they were heavily into Brother Lynch. A lot of people won't say that, but Brother Lynch is like one of the dopest lyricists to me. It's just his wordplay and how he executes every time he comes on the track, you know it's him. The No Limit days, you know, I actually got a chance to work with one of my childhood idols, which was Fiend. Fiend was one of the ones that kind of stood out to me, and you know, years down the line, I got to work with bro. So yeah, Cass, of course, you know, you can't be from the South and not, you know, rock with the Dungeon. Shout out to Cass and the whole Good and Mo and the whole Dungeon family, Cool Breeze, Backbone, all those guys. So that was kind of my upbringing.
Yeah.
Fiend's
a solid dude too.
Yeah, man. Shout out International Jones. That's my guy, man. Yeah. Real good dude.
Good show.
Yeah.
So how did you link up with CTE?
All right, so we're gonna jump right into it. Shout out Carbon 15. Of course, I always, you know, Carbon's from my neighborhood, which is Bloomfield, and you know, of course, he was linked with even back further than that. Some of my big homies was always linked with, you know, Kink, and shout out Kink as well, and Jeezy, and we all kind of ran in the same kind of circles. And I was a youngin', of course, and I was doing my little rap thing, and I actually decided to quit music because I felt like I wasn't really getting no traction, and I just was working like 2 jobs at the time. And all of a sudden, out the blue one day, Carbon 15 called me up. In my neighborhood, everybody calls me Greedy. That's my nickname. So, hey, Greedy, man, I need you to come up the road. For what? You know, Kink heard your music, and Kink he wanna rock with you. And, you know, I was hesitant at first because, again, the style of music that I make versus what they were making, you know, super popular at the time. I didn't know if that was a good mesh. But, you know, eventually I went and sat down and had the meeting with 15 and Kink, and, you know, and the rest was kind of history. Even though they kind of knew me from prior, but it's just like they felt like it made sense at the time. So yeah.
Do you feel like you fit in? Like you said, you're kind of making some different type of music than what they were.
This is no knock to Kink or Jeezy, man. I just felt like, you know, maybe they didn't know what the type, you know, to do with the type of artist that I am, you know. And then on top of that, they start having, as you can see now, stuff is starting to kind of come to the surface, that, you know, the internal issues, and, you know, it just wasn't a good business move at the time. Yeah.
How would you describe your time over there with them?
I built relationships, linked with a lot of DJs, of course, you guys. Met a lot of artists that my name's still good with them. You know, I don't really try to bank on names or whatever, but, you know, I like to keep my face card clean for just in case, you never know what situations may arise in the future. So, I'm still good with a lot of people, but I made use of those relationships to the best of my ability. So it was a large lesson for me, man. Yeah.
Absolutely. What's your thoughts on the rap game right now?
I like where it's at now. I like the creativity and the from the Earth Gangs to the Toby and Weegway to your Crits and even like on the trap side, you got Lil Baby and those guys killing the game right now as far as like the artistry. Now what I don't really like is all the negativity that's going back and forth, and we losing a lot of artists, and that's the part that it's like, man, wow, you spend your whole time trying to get to a point where you can get to this level and this platform to have your artistry heard, only to be kind of wiped out like that. And 9 times out of 10, it's like, for what? It's over nothing. What I mean? It's sad, man.
Yeah, real sad. Yeah. So what's the music scene like in Macon right now?
Macon is heavy, man. People sleeping on Macon. People sleeping on my city like tremendously, man. It's so much talent in the city, and I think people get a glimpse of maybe I don't know, 1 or 2 bad apples and kind of group us all together, but it's far from that, man. You got so many artists. I don't want to name just one, because if I forget somebody, they're gonna have my head, man. So, but the whole city is really popping if you really do your research. I'll name a few. You got Goody Supreme. You got the Family Tree. You got everybody, man. Forgive me if I'm leaving somebody out, man. It's too many to name, but it's definitely some quality music. James Anderson. My mind going blank, man. But it's definitely a lot of talent. Definitely check out the Family Tree, Goody Supreme, James Anderson, Black Male. It's a lot of artists out there really just killing and doing their thing right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you think people do sleep on the talent down?
Well, like I say, they get a glimpse of maybe the 1 or 2 bad apples that kind of don't necessarily know how to move and operate, and those are the guys who really up here moving around, and a lot of times they get we get grouped with certain individuals, man. No, not nobody, because I respect everybody on their hustle, but sometimes we get grouped with people who ain't necessarily moving right. I just leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Supernatural is your most recent project?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Supernatural just released that, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain the title?
Supernatural is a state of mind, man. I feel like we as a people, speaking of the melanated ones, and just people in general, man, we had this power to create and make things happen for ourselves. Like you say, the music scene, and then just creating our own lanes and doing different things. We have a power to create our own movements, bro. And it's just really a state of mind about making something out of nothing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What inspires you today to keep creating? What
inspires me is people who, I'm fueled by people who think I can't do something. So if you tell me I can't do something, I'm gonna show you I can, so that's what's been keeping me consistent and just doing my thing. And it's a slow burn, but it's still burning. That's the point. You know what I mean? Rome wasn't built in one day. So I'm still pushing, my brother. That's what it's all about, consistency.
Still got that passion for it?
Absolutely, man. Yeah. Like I said, I returned to school and I'm doing well for myself in my personal life, but the music is still a passion that's burning for me, man. So I'm gonna do it whether it's 5 people or 5 million rocking with me, man. That's just my mentality, man. So
there you go.
Yeah.
All right. What can you tell us about the single Cloudsurfin?
Cloudsurfin, man. Believe it or not, man, that's just a song. Those are high thoughts. You dig? That's Cloudsurfin, man. You kind of have those times where you reflect on what's going on in society today, and kind of put one in the air, and that's kind of what came of it. I'm just reflecting on everything that's going on and just really understanding where we are as a society and what we need to do to move forward. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you can reflect and everything comes full circle into your music. And that's what I believe the message I want to put through with that song is pushing the culture forward, man, and understanding that we are more than what we have been putting out. You get what I'm saying? So.
No, that's real. All right. What about No Breaks? So I got a video out for this one.
Yeah, No Breaks is just me talking my shit, me trying to get a couple bars off, and it just really set the tone. It's the intro to the album. It sets the tone for the album, and it's really explaining my overall state of mind. It's like all gas, no brakes, man. I'm gonna keep going regardless of what comes against me, whatever obstacles I gotta fight against. That's what I'm doing.
And what about Black Boy?
Oh man, so you did your research. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yeah, Black Boy is shout out to Teddy White who produced that record, man. Teddy White out of Houston, Texas. Black Boy is a record of just a real introspective and reflective record about what the young black male goes through on a daily basis from my own personal point of view, things that I went through without, diving too much into it. It's just like the mental strains that we are, up against, coming from the areas that we come from and having the mentality of, having to look over your shoulder and, some of the activity that goes on, because every ghetto's the same, it's just different slang or different, area code, zip code, or whatever you want to call it. It's just, the same things are going on in every hood, and it's a lot of trauma that's embedded in our young black males, and we ain't really seeing what's the core of the issue. We act it out in different ways, and that's what you see going on right now in the game. Mm-hmm. So it's just like a real introspective record for me.
Yeah, I got you. Did you have a personal favorite song on the project?
On the album, I probably would say No Breaks.
Okay.
Yeah, man. It's just like, again, just to jump it off and set it off. So many times people have counted me out and try to block me from certain endeavors, but my mentality is all gas, no brakes, and it's always gonna be the mentality. So I can't be stopped, man. I feel like the ghetto boys, man. I can't be stopped, my brother. That's just what it is. Yeah.
I hear you got some upcoming music with Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah, it's in the works. Shout out Carbon 15 again, trying to put that together. And Gibbs is a good dude. We got a record from before. I believe y'all posted it a while back. Gibbs is a good dude. Never switched up on me. Every time I see him, it's love. And so yeah, we definitely got plans to work, and that's in the tuck. So I didn't know you knew about that. So, yeah, you kind of caught me off guard with that one.
Yeah, Carbon may have told me that.
Right on, right on. Shout out Carbon 15.
All right. Talk to us about the Slum Child Clothing you got.
Slum Child Clothing, man. It's just my brand. Of course, I'm Billie Slum. I'm a child of the slum, and the whole, essence of the line is just people who go getters, who overcome the obstacles and making it happen regardless of what. So yeah, you can go to slumchild.store to support the brand. I'm wearing it right now. I got a couple pieces up here. Again, the all gas, no brakes. And the Slum Bell, which is Billy the Bell, so definitely check that out. We've been doing numbers. It's grown gradually over the last couple of years, and that's actually been getting more traction than my music. So I'm thankful for the Most High that allowed me the opportunity to do something to brand myself, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's really dope. I fuck with that hoodie, man.
Solid, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. I got to get you one.
Come on, man. I see you got a diaper drive this weekend back home?
Yeah. I did one in my home neighborhood of Bloomfield a couple weeks ago, and we're gonna do it again in my lady's hometown this weekend. So yeah, we're just trying to do our part to give back. I know I'm not the richest guy. I'm not the big platinum rapper, but I do try to do what I can to give back. Whether it's speaking to kids or about changing their lives and stand on the right path, or to small things like you got parents in need. It's the holidays, and we're trying to do what we can to do our part to give back to the community, man. Yeah. So if you in the Middle Georgia area, come through. I don't know when this is gonna air, but we definitely doing our part to give back. And yeah. Why is giving back so important to you? Because nobody gave back to me. So I think it's important to be the change you want to see, man. It's so many opportunities that people could have given me, but again, you don't live off the notion that somebody owes you something. But, you know, there are so many opportunities that could have been presented to me had somebody just passed the baton. So I just want to be that change, man, and correct some of the negativity that I put in the atmosphere. Cause I ain't up here being like overly self-righteous, cause I did my share, you know, the dumb shit, you know, so I just want to do my part to reverse some of that negative energy and maybe get some cool points with the man upstairs, man. Yeah.
Salute to you for that, bro.
For sure.
All right, you got your own interview series called Critical Breakdown?
Yep. What I've been doing is trying to tap in with some of the local artists around my area, because again, we don't have platforms like this, and we're gonna crank that back up real soon. You know, COVID kind of slowed everything down for us, but we're gonna get back in production real soon. So you really been doing your research, man. Shout out to you, man.
Of course, man.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, Slum, what else you working on? What else is coming up for you, man?
I got a joint EP coming out with my brother, Good Supreme, sometime at the top of the year. Just more music, man. I got a couple of new pieces I'm airing on my, as far as my clothing line. I got the All Gas No Brakes hoodie right here. That's gonna be up on the site soon. You can DM me now if you want to purchase that. Yeah, man, just working. More music, more projects. I got another EP that I got in the tuck, linked up with one of the producers from the Supernatural album. His name is EC. We're supposed to be doing a joint EP. He's from Grenada, producer out of Grenada, super talented guy. We're supposed to do a whole EP. You know, so I'm just working, man, just back in the studio and just backgrounding it out. Yeah, trying to keep the product coming, man.
For sure, definitely, man.
Yeah.
All right, any last words, any shout outs?
Just shout out to anybody who ever supported me, anything as far as music or merch, whoever followed me, shared anything, liked anything, man, that goes a long way, man. And I appreciate it, man. I'm just a young kid from Macon, Georgia, just trying to do what I can do and leave my mark on the game in any way, shape, form, or fashion, you dig? So salute to anybody who ever route with me from day one.
I swear sometimes my mind drift. Gotta be supernatural, you make it from down here. Hey, I lost the closest thing to my heart and almost drowned in tears.